XFJ830M12 Long-term research continuity. Can time research survive generations? Once a shared research language exists, the next question is, how can research about irreversible time continue when researchers, institutions, and technology change? This is the purpose of long-term research continuity. A research record may begin with one researcher, but that researcher may eventually leave. An institution may change. Technology may become obsolete. Digital archives may need migration. New evidence may appear. Therefore, preserving the original record is not enough. The research must remain understandable and examinable. XFJ830 therefore connects documentation, digital archive, preservation, governance, future research. The purpose is not to freeze today's conclusion forever. It is to preserve enough evidence and context for future researchers to understand what was observed, what evidence existed, what methods were used, what was concluded, what remained uncertain, what could be challenged or revised. This creates an important distinction. Preserving a conclusion, preserving the ability to research. The second is more important. A future researcher should not be forced to accept an old conclusion simply because it was recorded. Instead, they should be able to examine the original evidence and reach their own judgment. This is especially relevant to XFJ830 because the framework itself is intended to remain open to external research, independent evaluation, and future revision. The research chain therefore becomes past observation, evidence, documentation, preservation, future access, independent re-examination, new evidence, updated understanding. This creates a continuous research loop. Time continues. Research must continue with it. The goal is therefore not to make today's interpretation permanent. The goal is to prevent the evidence of today's observations from disappearing. That distinction is central to the XFJ830 framework. The object carries physical history. Evidence records what can be observed. Archives preserve the record. Governance protects continuity. Future researchers reopen the questions. This leads to the next major issue. If future generations can challenge today's conclusions, what should remain open to revision and what evidence must remain protected? That is the next boundary of the XFJ830 research matrix. Evidence, integrity, revision, intergenerational research. XFJ830 official website, www.xfj830.com. XFJ830 Research continuity. Time research. Long-term preservation. Intergenerational research.